Welcome to Things You Should Know, Civil War Edition. Today we'll be talking about the Battle of Ivy Mountain, occurring on November 7th to 9th, 1861, in Floyd County, Kentucky.
In a bid to reassert their dominance, Confederate captains Andrew Jackson May and John Ficklin assisted the Confederate commander, Colonel John S. Williams, to recruit about 1,000 men to the 5th Kentucky Infantry. This unit was so badly outfitted that they're named the Ragamuffin Regiment based on their ill-fitted and ill-matched clothing, and in addition, the Ragamuffins used weapons that were more closely related to the weapons in the Revolutionary War and were ill-suited for warfare at this time. During this time, Union General William Nelson began a push against the Ragamuffin Regiment. The Union troops advanced from Prestonburg along Old State Route 460 with about 3,600 men. The rain had been falling for days, and they had neared a hogback called Ivy Mountain, a 1,000-foot hill a little over half a mile long. Nelson encountered more difficulty from the Big Sandy River, which restricted his ability to move and sunk his troops in a knee-deep mud. After several miles of travel, Nelson's advanced guard moved around a corner near the crossing at Ivy Creek, when Union troops that made that turn encountered a force of 250 Confederates arrayed up the hill and behind rocks. The Confederates opened fire, and the initial volley fire said to have killed 4 Union troops outright and wounded an additional 13 soldiers. General Nelson grabbed his saber and rushed forward. It is said he yelled that if the rebels could not hit him, they could not hit any of them. He then ordered the 2nd and 21st Ohio Infantry to move forward while his light artillery began to fire. In the early afternoon, the 21st Ohio reached the top of the hill, above the Confederate soldiers. It is said they rolled large boulders down the hill and onto the Confederates. Other historians say the Union just ripped into the Confederates from above with their better weapons. Either way, the Confederate troops retreated from the hill after suffering about 75 casualties. Nelson stopped his pursuit of the Ragamuffin Regiment when they reached the burned-out bridge at Goldwater Creek. Meanwhile, the Ragamuffins had retreated back to Pikeville, located in the Pound Gap in Virginia. The Union troops then pushed forward. Terrible road conditions slowed them that Friday, and they stopped 5 miles outside of Pikeville. The next day, the Union troops advanced on Pikeville, dispersing the remaining rear guard of the Confederates. The Union troops' victory had consolidated their control over the eastern Kentucky mountains. Join us next time for the Battle of Round Mountain, Oklahoma on November 19, 1861.